Welcome guys, this is just going to be a very quick review with the Lexus ES. I've got it for about like 2 hours, so there's not going to be like loads of fancy B-roll, not a fancy location, anything like that, because I just don't have it for that long. It's a courtesy car because my LC500 is in for a brake light. So that out of the way, this is just a quick review, quick driving impressions, and just my overall thoughts on this car. This is a very interesting car. Now look, this isn't my type of car. You know, it's a saloon. It's got big back seats, big front seats. It's very, very big. One thing I do think is quite interesting, quite a surprise, which caught me off guard, was I'm moving instantly. Didn't realize this car did that. We'll turn it off because I don't want the music to come on. And then it pulls you back so you can get out the door pretty quick and easily. So this is essentially what you would buy, I think, over a Mercedes or a BMW. And inside, like, it's a really interesting interior. The driving, so driving impressions, just overall driving impressions, is very much a standard driving impression in terms of how it drives, like a Lexus, you know, a Lexus car, a hybrid car. It's a self-charging hybrid, so it switches its electric motor on and off just to conserve, you know, your fuel, and it drives pretty well. I was actually really surprised by the braking performance of this, because obviously some of that is regen. The initial brake is regen, and then you clamp down, and then the calipers clamp on the rotors. But getting out and looking at the rotors, they're actually significantly smaller than I thought that they would be. So I was really surprised by that. Braking performance is actually really, really good on this car. Materials are Lexus materials. They're kind of what you would want them to be. They're really, really, really good. Although weird as well. And what I mean by that, guys, is stuff like this. Like, so we've got this sort of wood. I don't know if this is actually wood or not, but then you've got this wood grain paired with like a plastic grain, but then it's obviously offset again with the wood grain. It's very bizarre. But then that carries through over here as well. And then leather, the leather's really nice, and it's two-tone leather inside. And it's really nice. Everything you touch feels expensive. These handles are directly out of the LC500, or they're out of something else, but they're the same handles in the LC500, and they're beautiful handles. They're really, really nice. They just work great. Of course, you've got 3 settings, Mark Levinson sound system. And then the dashboard is this sort of floated effect, you know, 2 upper and lower levels split apart with the wood grain. The main selling point, I guess, if it's a selling point, are these well, basically the wing mirrors being not wing mirrors, they're actually cameras, which I found really, really quite unusual and strange at first, but I quite like them actually, as we were kind of getting into the drive. And I've got some footage of that, which you're sort of seeing over the top. They work quite well, they're quite nice, and they change when you enter reverse. And you know, you got standard. Lexus's infotainment system's always pretty decent. It works pretty well. And they've done away, of course, with the touchpad. This is now a charging pad, which is nice. It works well. I wish it would be recessed more. Recessed more. I wish it'd be a bit deeper down, just so it sort of held it in a bit more, and less of this piano black plastic, because it just gets so, I mean, look, it gets so mucky straight away. This car's brand new as well. Like, it had 9 miles when I grabbed it, so it is mint. It's literally a brand new car. Gear shift, pretty standard, automatic gear shift. It's fine. It's really not a big deal. One thing I did really like, again, this review is very, very quick, very basic, but I really liked the fact that by comparison to the LC500, for instance, the buttons, or at least the, you know, way to turn them on and off, the heated and cooled seats, are actual physical buttons rather than the infotainment system, because in the LC500 and some other Lexus models, you have to dig deep into the infotainment system to turn things on and off, and they have a lot of physical buttons, which I think works really, really well. Don't really understand why they've got this here. I guess this is for the passenger, because of course a driver can do it, but you know, this is coming from someone that never has really passengers in his car. But I like this. This is good. This is a really nice setup. This works actually really, really well. And we've of course got electronic up, down, extended, you know, sort of backwards and forwards in terms of on the steering wheel. That works really, really nice. Like that quite a lot. But again, there's all this horrible piano black plastic in places you're going to touch. Like, that shouldn't be there. You should not have piano black plastic on these types of areas where you are going to touch it all the time. It should be this. It should be this grain. This is not good. I get why they're doing it because it's two-tone, but no. Bad, bad, bad. But the leather's really nice. It's obviously got some sort of thick padding underneath it, and it works really, really, you know, it's just a nice thing to touch. Other thing, we've got a sunroof here, and it's one touch open, which is quite cool. So literally, well, it was one touch open when I was driving anyway. So yeah, turn that off. Nice. Okay, what? Okay, you got to hold it for a little bit. I told you, quick review. I haven't really driven this car properly, but that's quite nice. And then obviously, I assume that's one touch up, yeah, and then one touch down, yeah. So really, you know, nice. I don't really care for sunroofs that much, but it was fine. Just another thing to sort of let you guys know about whilst we're here. Otherwise, I think the other really important thing to kind of go into is the seats and whether they're any good or not. These seats are not as good as I thought that they would be, actually. Oh, that's my phone. They're not massively bolstered, and I wouldn't say that the driving position is as comfortable as, say, the Lexus. But you don't buy my LC500, but you don't buy this car for like a sporty feel. You buy this car, I mean, it's a massive saloon, isn't it? You know, it's a 4-door, 5-seater saloon car. You're sitting in it, a businessman, something like that, maybe family businessman with family, and you're driving around, stuff like that. I think it works fine. It's really not a big deal, but I wouldn't say it's, you know, make or break. I think the seats could be better, but for what they are, they're probably about bang on. Infotainment, the digital dash works nice. I like the digital dashes on these cars. And one thing I really love about this car is the paint. Oh my God, Lexus, you are up in your game with the paint. The paint fleck is just immaculate. It's such a beautiful color. And I don't think the camera footage I've got of it does it any justice. I genuinely don't. So anyway, we're gonna hop in the back now. I've never been in the back of this car just yet. So we're gonna hop in the back and let you guys a quick review of the back of this car, I guess. I wish I was filming then, because I just got in and I was like, oh, this is actually really nice. This is really nice. You've got privacy glass. How cool is that? That's wicked. This is genuinely really nice. I've got loads of room. So this, ladies and gents, this has moved back. I'm like 5'11", 5'10", 5'11". This isn't my seating position, because it was further forward, and obviously it moves back to let the driver out. I've got loads of room. This is really nice. I'm guessing that's so the passengers can do that if they want to. How strange. Got power outlets down here for, oh, USB-C as well. This is actually this is much better than I thought it was going to be, ladies and gents. So 2 USB-C outlets, climate. Yeah, this is actually really nice. I wonder. Oh wow, wow! Wow. Okay, I'm genuinely impressed. This is really nice. This is cool. That's what a nice mechanism. Yeah, I'm impressed. This back seat's lovely. I mean, this is what this is for, isn't it? It's, you know, being driven around in. I did not know they had heated and cooled seats back here. Oh, guys, I can recline my seat. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, really like this actually. I guess you can do the sunroof, cover that up. This is lovely. This is really, really lovely. And then you've got through loading as well, if you want to. So yeah, I'd say this is bang on. I mean, that's huge. Yeah. Okay, cool. This is much nicer than I thought it was going to be. And you've got storage. This is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I would Look, I'm not in the market for a car like this. This is not my kind of car. I'm sweating bullets in here. Ah, they've still got this as well. Same handles as the front. This is really, really nice rear. As a passenger, I would love to be driven around in this car. 100%, I would love to be driven around in this car. This is a lovely, lovely back seat. Anyway, I'm not in the market for a car like this. I couldn't care less about a car like this. However, if you are in the market for like a big Mercedes saloon, I would say probably check one of these out. This is nice. This is really, really nice. So quick driving impressions, quick review. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, no sort of fandangled fancy footage or anything like that. I don't have enough time with the car. It's just a quick courtesy car. Overall, drives nice. It's kind of what you expect one of these cars. You feel a bit of the weight going around corners. Stops on a button. The electronic wing mirrors are weird and interesting, but it's a Lexus, it kind of works, and it's very reliable because it's a Lexus. And the back seat is amazing. I'm really impressed with the back seat of this car. Really, really impressed. There's even, oh my God, guys. There's even little courtesy glass. That's incredible. So good. Anyway, give it a big thumbs up. Quick review. Cheers, guys. Take care.